Hello and welcome to Connect Your Tech's Tip of the Week. I'm your host, Matthew McNamara. On today's show, I'm joined by Scott and Stuart, who are both from PCWizrd, and we're going to dive into some spring cleaning. And by spring cleaning, I mean cleaning some of the various instruments that you have around your house. So join us today as we dive right into it.
So today we're going to do some laptop cleaning, is that right, Stu?
Correct, Scott.
We've got a 15-inch laptop, we've got a 17-inch convertible that switches into a touchscreen tent mode, and then we've got ourselves a nice MacBook Pro. So I understand that when you're trying to clean laptops, it's a slightly different process than if you're trying to clean a desktop or any other kind of equipment. I also understand it's different if you're cleaning a Mac versus the rest, is that right?
You are correct.
Alright, so first off, this one looks like it's the most dirty.
Yes.
So we'll leave that one for last, because it's going to take the longest to clean. We'll start with this one, since this one's relatively new and it's nice and clean. The very first thing we're going to make note before we do anything, this is your standard glass cleaner. Never use this to clean your laptop or your LCD screens of any kind. So if you can't use the glass cleaner, what can you use?
You can use either a very, mildly damp cloth with very little water on it, or the best thing I find is eyeglass cleaner, which anyone with glasses these days will probably have. Even if they're sunglasses, doesn't matter. You've got to clean them somehow. You can pick it up at your optician or any pretty much big box store.
So in addition to the cleaner itself, what are we going to use to clean?
For cleaning the screens, we've got ourselves a nice two-sided microfiber cloth. One side for putting your cleaning solution on, the other side for cleaning it, or for drying it off.
Perfect. In addition to the glass cleaner, we've got a can of compressed air, which is great when you want to blow off. While we may not be able to see it very well, there's actually quite a bit of dust on all of these laptops. And at an angle, gentle spurts. Blows it all off. And this will just make things easier for you when you're ready to actually use the cloth. Because the cloth isn't going to pick up any debris that's sitting on the screen. In here we have some cleaning wipes, specifically antibacterial, just healthy wipes. We touch our laptops a lot. And as such, anything that's sitting on your hand ends up on your computer. So your computer is actually very dirty all the time, even if you can't see it. Don't use this on a screen. It's not good for touch screens, it's not good for regular screens. So just use this on your keyboard and your mouse, and the outside shell is perfectly fine. Now you may have noticed this machine is actually turned off. It's the best way to do this. A lot of laptops will have jacks or some kind of devices sitting out of the sides of them. Because this is a chemical cleaner, you want to keep it away from those ports, because you will actually damage those ports. So just clean the outside casings with avoiding your sides, and you'll not damage your ports. While I have this flipped over, we'll give you a quick view of the bottom. These are your vents. This is where your fan is actually in. This is what allows your laptop to stay cool. We'll get to what Macs do in a moment. This is actually another great spot you're going to use the compressed air. Depending on your laptop, you're going to have different fan configuration and different venting. Just apply the outside into your vent and give it a gentle squeeze.
Sometimes you might hear the whir of the fan, which is good. You don't want to give it a continuous spray because you could damage your fans this way.
In addition, we're just going to do a quick spray in the direction of the fan, so any other debris that may be inside of the casing can get pushed towards the only available exit. Another really good maintenance tip for using your laptop is keep it on a solid surface as much as possible. There's many reasons for this. The first one being, obviously, with the vents, it's gonna pull in anything it finds. So if there's dirt, or if it's sitting on a bed, or it's sitting on fabric, it's just sucking that all in.
Even your pants.
Or your pants.
Yes.
The other reason you really don't want to leave a laptop on you is it heats up. The inside of a laptop will hit 65 to 85 degrees Celsius.
Yes,
easily. And that's not very good for you. You really shouldn't have that on you. There's a lot of products available that you can sit a laptop on your lap, but sitting on a fan, cooling pad, or another kind of platter. Now, the Mac requires a slightly different process. How do we do that?
Well, again, you can use your duster to clean off your keyboards and things like this, right? The Macs do have a different screen, but again, I still recommend you just going with the standard eyeglass cleaner. The fans on the Mac, now if you flip a Mac over, you will not see any fans on the bottom. The way they design them is your fans are hidden behind the back hinge. They are a little harder to get to, so your best bet is to actually leave it open and gently run the nozzle of your Mac, or of your, thank you, Scott.
Yeah, no problem, Stuart.
Along the inside hinge. And again, just give it a couple of sprays. That will clear out the dust inside. It will loosen it up, and when the Mac powers up, it will blow the loose dust back out.
Excellent, thank you.
So just gently wipe it down. Cleaning the outside with the disinfectant wipe, you can, again, just gently wipe it down.
On a MacBook especially, because of the way their ports are designed that they're constantly exposed, you want to avoid your sides.
Yes.
The Toshiba is another glass screen similar to the MacBook. So for that we can just use our glass cleaner. The MacBook has a nice sealed design to it with the glass. As you can see, the Toshiba actually has a bezel, which wouldn't recommend applying this directly because it may actually seep down inside of the bezel and damage the internal electronics. So apply the glass cleaner directly to the cleaning
cloth. Now, I see you've got some paintbrushes here.
Yes. These are dollar store paintbrushes. In some cases, if you haven't cleaned your laptop in quite some time, you're going to have physical balls of dirt. Get a small brush and just brush into it and try to pull them as close to the outside as possible. You may need to use some tweezers to then pull that dirt out.
Correct.
That applies for any vents that you can see. So a very gentle wipe on the touchscreen device, and then we go over it again. And that is how we do laptop cleaning. This has been your Tech Tip of the Week.